that time. It's time for the dopest sports show on radio to invade your airwaves. Yes, The Crush.
On the tour.
And we stream it live on this Sensation Station Network.
Let's go.
And in the famous words of Malik, what you do with that mind? Hey, he's brand new up in here today.
Man.
And Malik, man, you know.
Woo, I thought he was growing dreads.
Yeah, he might be.
Thought he was growing dreads.
He's changed since he's been back. Look at me, he's been gone about 3 weeks.
Man, I ain't never seen a cruise that long.
What all I thought he was on that cruise that ran into the other boat. I thought he was on that boat. I was like, he was on that boat.
Mm-hmm. I think that's where he was.
Man, look, shirt off,
all inclusive.
I was like, what the
all I had to do was show up at the bar with that wristband on.
Oh, man.
Drinks for days. He had to drink water for about 2 weeks now.
I was a little hurt. A little jealous.
He had to cleanse.
Get it out of here. We got a great show for you guys today. What's happening, man?
I'm good, brother. What's happening?
Just got Maceo Heard, and I'm the humble E. Glaze.
Yes.
Maceo got the glasses on today.
I couldn't see earlier today. I like, boy.
I told you I wear them now, too, for driving.
Yes,
for driving,
yes, you do. Listen.
They're like a little bright, man.
At some point, your eyes are going to go bad.
We ain't young no more, man.
Not my eyes, but, yeah. Not my eyes. I really can see.
Yeah.
I can't.
We got a great show.
Yeah, man.
We started off with Center for Your Atlanta Dream.
Yes.
She got a crushing interview from Oregon State.
Big game this week.
Big
the Beavers.
Got a couple of big games.
Man.
Whoa, we got some big ones. We're going to ask her, she ready to do some Cambasian?
Yeah.
See if we ready to do something like that.
Yeah. We're going to pin her in, get on the block.
Also, man, just to let y'all know, Nia Sapp will be here. We'll talk some WNBA with her.
Yes.
Malik's here. We got the NBA. Game 3 is tomorrow, y'all.
I couldn't troll Malik the way I wanted to.
Yeah, he was too relaxed, man.
Right. I couldn't give him NBA Finals on the proper trash talk I needed to give him.
You feel you got a little unleashed on you today, man?
Man, what?
You got one?
What?
We'll do that today, too, man.
I was mad at the word earlier today, but I calmed down, man. A couple of kids I know drafted into the MLB today, man. That's dope.
You know that one kid from that's Prince's cousin too.
Michael Harris.
I saw a lot of. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Braves got him in the 3rd round.
Yes.
With a trade.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
And then my former quarterback, Xavier Curry.
Where you go?
The Cleveland Indians.
Oh, right.
Over from Georgia Tech.
That baseball draft is just like, it just hits you and you be like.
Big money.
Yeah. But if you don't know about it, like the sports guys know, it just all of a sudden people start getting drafted. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, they don't do a big to-do like football and basketball and all that. Yeah. But a lot of people going to be making some change.
Tears in my eyes, man. I was very proud.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. I don't know anybody who got a baseball. No. We also, today we're giving away 2 tickets to Thursday's game against the Las Vegas Aces, the Atlanta Dream. So y'all be stay tuned and listen to how you can win.
I can get to boo Bill Lamb Bill one more time.
Yeah, we're going to boo him pretty strong.
I don't like that guy.
Sit back, relax.
It's all good. Let's go.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win the Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything. I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor. If making my detox public is going to help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth. Spread the truth. A message from Truth, the Ad Council, and ONDCP.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play and we ride on them things like it's time for the crushing interview.
Yeah, man, we're going to this question interview brought to you by people at Orsi Software, man. Make sure you go to orsi.com. That's orasi.com to find out about all the great things they got going on over there. Make sure, please introduce our guests.
I'm gonna let you do the introduction because I don't like to mess up names. You know that I feel bad when I mess up names. So let's go.
I'm gonna screw it up too. Marie Gülich.
Yeah, that was actually good.
All right. And this was crazy. So, I kept looking at all kind of Oregon State videos and introductions. I was like, I'm going to mess it up. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm too professional for that.
and she's from Germany and went to Oregon State, and she
Beavers,
our center for Atlanta Dream. Welcome, Marie.
Thank you.
So I started out, let me ask you this. I always go back when the trade happened. You start because you were drafted by Phoenix.
Yes.
And this last year you played for Phoenix and you got drafted this year. First thoughts crossed your mind when you came on and you were coming to Atlanta to be a part of the dream.
When I got traded.
Yeah.
First thoughts, it was 3 a.m. in the morning, so I was a bit overwhelmed. Didn't quite know what to think about it, to be honest. I was a little frustrated, sad, but also saw the opportunity and something good coming out of this. So the next day it was way better when Coach Nikki called me and she told me how excited she was and that they planned the trade and that they were wanting me the year before already.
Because you were supposed to have been with us, right? But they got Phoenix got you early in the 11th pick.
Yes. So I was really excited once I talked to her and I just was ready to prepare and be just get here.
The difference between women's college basketball and the WNBA right now?
I think it's a huge difference. Just player IQ-wise, you play against the best, but you also play against players who have been playing for, for 15 years in this league. So it's just a major difference. You come from the college, you're the superstar, you get the ball all the time, you score, everyone celebrates you, the media loves you, and then you come here and you're known, but you're kind of no one. So it's for me, I felt that was a huge difference. And then just the physicality, people are taller than me, and in college that was really rare to have somebody taller than me. And then I got here, and my teammate in Phoenix, Brittany Griner, was just so tall, and I was a bit overwhelmed by that, to be honest.
Wow. Was the WNBA always somewhere you wanted to go? Was that a part of you? Did you dream to be in the WNBA?
Growing up in Germany, I've actually never considered that. I just never thought it would be possible. First of all, I never thought they would see me over there. The league in Germany is not so good. Once I went to college, obviously my coach always mentioned, it's WNBA, is that a goal? And is that something you want to do? And I was always yeah, but I can't see it. I don't know if I'm good enough, honestly. And my first 3 years, I didn't feel like I was playing on a level that I was good enough to play in the WNBA. And then my last season, something elevated and something changed in my mind, and I was just ready to go. So, yeah.
So how does a young lady, Germany, all the way to Oregon State?
I don't know. It was really spontaneous, to be honest. I never really planned anything. I graduated from high school, and then I took a year off and just played basketball, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was like, I don't know what I want to study, and then one of my friend's mom, she has like this ABC travel concept organization, and she brings puts a team together in Germany. We come over here, and we played in San Diego some AU tournaments, and coaches saw me, and that's when the recruiting process really started. And that's when I thought, oh, maybe I should go to college. And then within that year, I decided to go to Oregon State.
Wow.
So it was all I'd never planned anything of that out. Like, it just happened.
So
that's crazy.
If I'm stretching Marie, it looked like you just was living life day at a time, and then things were just happening.
Yes, I mean, I worked hard, and I had the goal to play professionally, but I honestly, if you would have asked me when I was 16, I don't think I could have visioned what I have done so far. I think I would have been like, yeah, maybe I'll make some money playing in Germany, studying, and eventually start working somewhere. Never thought I would be here right now, sitting, talking to you guys about getting drafted in the WNBA.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. That is absolutely crazy.
I'm just amazed.
Because you would think, wow, Pac-12, big-time basketball, like that would always be the dream.
Yeah.
Nah, decide. Oh yeah, let's go to college.
Yeah, I think I go to college now.
I think I go to college now.
Play 3 years in college. I think I played at the
WNBA. How has Atlanta been treating you?
Really good. I love it here. I'm so happy, and Phoenix was really good for me, but it was frustrating because everything was new. And then I went overseas to play in Italy, and everything was new, and everything was just it was just a roller coaster up and down, from playing good, playing bad, having a good time, having a bad time, and all those things. And then I come here, and the team is awesome, the coaches are awesome, and you just feel this encouragement, which gives you so much power as a person, as a player, and that just makes me so happy. I feel super comfortable here, and it's awesome.
I love it. So you did play. So this offseason you played in Italy.
Yes.
That's the only place you played this offseason?
Yes.
How long was the season?
I think 8 or 9 months. Yes.
They played that long in Italy?
It was really long, yeah.
So the minute you left
stretch.
for the season, you went straight to Italy?
Yes, I had 4 days off, and then I went to Italy, and we had a 10-day practice camp, and then we played EuroLeague qualifications. We didn't make those, so we played Euro Cup, and we started the Italian season right away.
See, y'all don't understand what these women have to go through.
Yeah.
Did you go? Have you been home since?
I've been home during Christmas because it's only a 1-hour flight. I played in Venice in Italy, so it's a 1-hour flight or 1.5 or something like that. And then right before I came back to Atlanta, Coach Nikki let me go for 5 days, which was really nice.
Wow. So you've been home 2 weeks?
Yes, all together in 1 year, yes.
Wow. So I want to hear about y'all crying about y'all don't see y'all people that much. She's been 2 times. Right. 2 weeks. We come back, man. We got more. Stay with us.
You don't have to wait each year for the Grammys to celebrate great music. We do it all day, every day, with an awesome mix of urban hits on the nation's urban station. Online, ssnatl.com.
Some knowledge belongs to us and us alone. The way our girlfriends walk, the way they talk, the way they touch their hair. We hold details that only a sister can know about her girls. But what about our other girls? The ones that we carry with us every day. Can we describe them when everything's right? Can we feel when something's wrong? Our bond with our sister girls gives life. But knowing your breasts can save it. You don't know what. Go to knowyourgirls.org for the facts you need on breast health. That's knowyourgirls.org. Brought to you by Susan G. Coleman and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Already coaching? Everybody's a coach these days. I get it. Life coach, relationship coach, financial coach. But you want to be a coach with integrity. So get certified and do it the right way. Or add coaching to the work that you already do. Join a cohort or take classes at your own pace. We have knowledgeable instructors. We have a life-changing curriculum. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com to learn more.
Hey man, you listen to the Crush Sports Talk right here on the Sensation Station Network. It's your boy E. Glaze, Maceo, and our dream guest, Marie Gülich, with us right now.
That boy good. Yeah. That boy good. That boy good.
She practiced secretly.
I had to, also when you put it, you type on it, you got to hold down the U. That's what to get to them two.
That's what always throw me off.
You have to hold the U down.
Yeah. So when you go two dots or you go with the yeah. I'm all bad.
Playing center in the WNBA. One thing we always talk about, me and Maceo, is that we enjoy that the WNBA still do the post game. In the NBA, it's everybody shooting threes now. I mean, you a stretch five, but you still have to play in the paint and bang it with the big, the 6'8" and all that. Yeah. How is it playing center in the WNBA?
It's challenging. Definitely very physical, and you just got to be smart about your moves. Everyone is so athletic, so you just got to pump fake and just get them out of the way somehow so you can finish. And I'm not the most athletic person, so I just have to be really, really smart about my moves and everything. So yeah, it's good for me that I can stretch the floor because people have to guard me out there.
How good was Brittany Griner?
She's really good. I mean, it's just crazy to me how somebody's so tall, and so fast, and able to run and play the way she does. It's just fascinating to me, and her spin move off the block, or a right hook. It's just, I don't know how to defend that. To be honest, I just I watch her and I'm just how are you stopping this? Honestly, how? Because you can't really reach that high.
She's something to watch. Yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing. Every time she comes to town, and I'm always
just sitting there I don't know.
It's fascinating.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
I mean, it's just fascinating to me. I just sit there and be whoa.
Everybody, I know it sounds redundant, but she's long too, so it's the ball goes, it's just, I'm I don't know how you stop
it's almost nowhere, you can't miss her.
You can't.
Yeah.
She can get the ball.
And she's athletic, she can jump and reach and actually grab the ball. She's not a clumsy person, so it's just.
I always wanted to ask this because you played with the GOAT too.
Yes,
Diana
I did.
I'm sorry, she's my GOAT. How was it to see her? When we go to a game, we love to see her pregame. Oh, she shoots.
I watch her during pregame too. Yeah.
It's just she just shoots, and until she gets it, how is it playing with somebody who's that great?
It's she is amazing. The way she sees the game, her IQ, and the way she talks on the court with us as her players. Me as a rookie, she taught me so much, and just if something doesn't work, she's always coming up to me. She's hey, if this doesn't work, just clean it up, come on ball, roll, pop. And she constantly talks, and she's so motivated, and she's just a badass, honestly. She's a crazy competitor, and everything. We have maybe a 40-minute practice. Last year our practices were super short because the season was so short, and she was so competitive just during those 40 minutes. It's so short, and she just got her mind right, and she's in there and she's working. It's just motivating. It motivated myself to just be there, and then just listening to her on the court, off the court, and just her input at all times. It was just really good.
Yeah, while I was watching the game on Saturday, even though we didn't get the result that we wanted, we're still hustling, we're still fighting. Talk about the spirit that the team has right now.
I think we're just a great team chemistry team, and the last couple of games, this chemistry, we're all getting along, but this chemistry on the floor has to flow. The ball needs energy, and I think that's our biggest strength. When the ball has energy, we're just we're really, really good, and that was kind of a little bit missing the last couple of games. But I think the good thing about this team is that everyone is so positive and wants to get better and wants to work. So today in practice, we went hard. We went on the basics, on the fundamentals, and it was a really hard and a little bit longer practice, but people want to get better and people want to win, and I think that's just the best part about this.
I love it. You're just in your second year, but going back to playing centers, like you got Kim Bays this week, and you got Sylvia Fowles, and you got Brittany now. Now you're playing against her. Getting in the mindset of knowing that this is a physical, how do you prepare yourself to get ready for these matchups and what you can bring against these individuals?
For me personally, it's just mental reps. Just knowing their go-to moves, and obviously their go-to moves are really hard to stop, but just knowing their tendencies and then just mentally wrapping my defense and mentally wrapping what they're going to do, like how my footwork is going to be, and then just making them go to something they don't want to go to necessarily. I think that's it, and then just box out. I think that's the biggest part about this. Like, if they shoot the ball and they miss, you got to get that rebound because they can't have second chances. So that's just what I'm going to prepare for, just making it as tough as possible, and then just box out and getting that ball.
I like how you guys always come together. You just talk about the positivity. Walking off that floor in Washington, I saw that, okay, this team is, okay, they're getting ready. Like, now we're getting ready to make this little run.
I mean, yeah, we were really frustrated after Washington. It was so frustrating. We got wide open shots. We just didn't make them. And then on defense, because we didn't make those shots on defense, we were struggling getting those stops. And it was so frustrating. We got off that court and we were in the locker room. And we were just talking about, like, this is what we got to do. The game was over and we were just like, this is what we got to do. We got to get better at this. We got to do this. We got to be more focused in practice. And that was just right after the game. And I think that was really, like, for me, as like somebody who was new in the team, just very encouraging and very positive after a loss like this. Like, some people go in the locker room really upset and mad, but in that case, it wasn't like that. People were frustrated, but they were really positive about the next step. They were looking ahead, trying to learn from what was happening, and then looking ahead on what we can do better.
I love it. Coming to be a part of this front court, you got Elizabeth Williams, Jessica Breland, and just because we call it a block party, but being a part of them, what have they been able to tell you and work with you on being part of this new front court that we have going on right now?
I think E teaches me a lot about defense. She not necessarily talks to me a lot. I just watch her in practice, try to watch her, try to play against her, and I mean, today she blocked me super hard.
That's easy.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, okay. But just learning from her, just her defense, her footwork, I think she doesn't talk a lot, but when she says something, it's impactful. So I just like try to listen, and then watching Breland outside, just her shot fakes, her moves to the basket. She's so calm and so like methodical almost. Like, it's just a shot fake, dribble, but it's so like explosive. So I think I can learn a lot from them.
When we come back, man, we're gonna bring in our WNBA analyst, we call her. She got over 12 million retweets over the past few days. So.
What?
That's a lot, man. It's a lot. Stay with us.
SSNATL.com is a Radio 2 Atlanta station, which provides a daily mix of awesome hits with smart talk. For the smarter listener, your choice just became clear. SSNATL.com. Radio that's not dumbed down.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Major key alert! Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Whoa, long time no see. It's me, the Rock t-shirt in the back of your closet.
Dude, remember? You crowd surfed in me, man. But you haven't worn me in like forever. I get it, you're retired, but I still got some rock left in me. So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win the Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He guided us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
It's not great. It's fantastic. Sensation Station Network.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man, we're back right now, chilling. Marie Gülich, you know, our center for the Atlanta Dream. And Nia is back. What's happening, Nia?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Around here, she can't pick on Malik.
She took a good nice little trip.
I see y'all. That's all
She
right.
didn't be leaving us at the game by ourselves. Right?
That's all right.
Never that.
We're gonna go on a trip, and y'all gonna run the show.
Yeah, I don't do it. Nia, we got Marie in here. Go ahead, and I know you got some questions for us, right?
Just a few. Marie, to me, you are one of the most underrated players on this roster right now. I enjoy watching you play at Oregon State. How do you take...
Y'all didn't run into each other, did you?
No. Actually, no. We did not play Oregon State.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Where did you play? I played at Alabama State. Oh, okay. So,
she got a story that we're going to talk on Thursday. We ain't going to say that about right? She ran into somebody not Asian. But we go ahead, actually. You got to go get that interview Thursday.
I do. Yeah. With a little side eye.
I'll send you and Malik. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But how do you kind of carry over that energy that you had at Oregon State over to the WNBA? Like, how's that adjustment been?
I tried to just be close to the team, just like feel out the team a little bit. Now, in the couple first weeks, I'm usually like a very like quiet person, so I just like feel it out a little bit. Always work hard in practice. Always try to get good reps, bring energy, and that's what I've done at Oregon State too. I just like worked hard in practice, and that's how I get my confidence up and all the reps and everything. So I think that's just how I keep it going.
Okay.
How cool is it to be around Brittany Sykes?
She's awesome. She's really funny. Sometimes I just watch her Instagram stories and I'm just dying laughing. It's just, I'm just like, what are you doing?
She is a character.
Yes, she's really good. And it's fun to play with her too. She's so like, she's just a good teammate, but she's a hustle player, and everything she does is just inspiring and good.
When she blocked Natasha,
wow,
and she just sat down like, that's my girl. That's Brittany right
She
there.
made SportsCenter.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
give me that.
She can jump.
She
oh
can.
God.
Yeah.
She can.
Our first time, her rookie year, and they've had the scrimmage against Chicago.
Yeah.
And she went and got a rebound, and her most of her arm was above the rim.
And you know how you look sometimes like, did I see
I like that didn't happen.
that did. And we both had the same story. We was like, okay, she really can jump.
Yeah. She get off the floor not knowing she was fresh off knee surgery.
Yeah, knee
surgery. Yeah, crazy.
Now, do you have a certain player that you kind of look up to kind of emulate your game?
It's funny because I really like watching Elena Deladon. Okay. I think her game is just so, like, everything she does is just so poised and so calm, and it's not that she's like super, like, she's just so good by not being like the most explosive person, but she's just so good at reading her defense and getting her feet set and everything. So I love watching her.
Well, how was it to play against her? Because she plays center.
Yes.
So now she can handle the ball. She can shoot from outside. She can post up. How is that to deal with somebody like Deladon? That's what I love about this league. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, you can go from Deladon to Sylvia Fowles to so many different people in the post. How is it to play her against
I mean, you hope a little bit that she's gonna have a bad day because because she usually doesn't miss. Like going to her left, she's unstoppable. Like I have no idea how to defend her. You just try to stay in front, try to bother her, get her off spots, and then just make the floor tight so she can't just get to the rim like that.
You use a lot of these phrases, so you clearly are watching film. How important is the film study to your game?
Really important. I mean, Coach Nikki praises it too, but I'm used to it because Coach Ruick from Oregon State always made us watch film. We had like an hour film every day. It's really important to me because I can see what other players want to do, how their movements are, with what hand they're shooting, how they're getting the ball up, and all those things. Just that gets me prepared for the game, just like mentally. Like I talked about mental reps. That's just how I get ready, and so film helps with that a lot.
You was 3-time All Pac-12. And you talking about, so how was it? How was the Pac-12 back then to play in there? I mean, were you just because you did run into one of your UCLA person that's your teammate now? You know, Monique.
And Maita too.
Mike, that's right, at Oregon.
Rivals.
So yeah,
Rivals.
so you've seen some of these people. How was it playing in the Pac-12 during this?
I loved it. I mean, the Pac-12 was so competitive. I felt like everyone could win at any time, and for every game you had to be ready. There was no game where you could go in and be like, we can win this for sure. Like every game was really tough, and you had to play hard, and you had to give it all. And I love that about the Pac-12 because that, at the end of the day, just really gets you ready for whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mace.
Yeah. So back to me. Talk about city living, ATL. What's your favorite spot to wind down?
I haven't been around that much yet, to be honest.
That's not your food outside? That's yours.
I mean, I love, what was that barbecue place I told you about?
Fox Bros.
Fox Bros. I love that barbecue place. It's really, really good.
Can't beat that, yeah.
Yes.
Very good macaroni.
Yes.
You've been to Piedmont. She hit the Jazz Fest. I feel
yes, I've been at the Jazz Fest, and I've been to the soccer game.
MLS, that's right. Yeah, y'all got jerseys.
Yes, we got jerseys, and it was amazing. It was so much fun, and they also scored 3 goals, which was like awesome because you could like go crazy and celebrate.
Crazy crowd. Crazy crowd.
Yes.
You guys had a suite?
Yes. We had macaroni and cheese. We had the best food.
Oh, damn.
Yes, it was really good. So,
got it in.
And other than that, I love the Beltline. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I love like renting out a bird and just cruising around.
So you own the bird?
Yes.
You're doing that.
Yeah, I do that.
Be safe now.
Yeah, we can't.
I know. I saw people crash the other day.
And got hit by
yeah.
People.
Those things are not that safe. Yeah.
No, they're not.
I don't know if they do prevent.
I'm usually safe. I'm not gonna go. Like
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, Coach Nikki to ride down.
We can't miss you. You're 6'5", riding on third.
I know. If you miss me, I'm like, I feel so tall when I'm on that bird.
Yeah, you got.
I'm like, oh, I can look over. I mean, usually I can look over everyone anyways. But
I want to
feel like
see
massive.
you on a bird now. Now I'm imagining it. All right, when we come back, we gonna wrap it up. We got to put you in the hot seat though.
Uh-oh.
The hot seat's
like
coming.
Yeah, you're gonna like that. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. She might not.